Hi, Stephanie here with Mahalo.com. Okay, teens and sex. This is a big one.
Yes.
Vanessa's here to tell us, how do we talk to our teens about sex? A lot of parents get real uncomfortable when it comes to this.
Yes, and parents too. Parents have told me, I am dreading having the sex talk. I do not want to have the sex talk. So the first thing is to do your research as a parent. Sit down and think about, okay, number one, what are the messages that I want to tell my child about sex? You know, is abstinence really important for me? Is respect really important for me? Hopefully all of those things are really important. Think about your 3 or 4 main messages you want to get across. Second is to get very clear on the terms. I know this is crazy, but sometimes adults get a little bit confused. I even get a little confused. Like, there are new methods of birth control out. There are new, now it's STIs, not STDs. They've changed the name. So there's actually new research that's come out. So to sit down and do your research, there's some great websites on there that sort of give you the rundown of the terms. And also, I practice saying some of those terms out loud. You know, a lot of the times, unless you have really young kids, starting from 8 and up, you want to use the real names of things. I know that can be a little uncomfortable, but to sit with a friend and say, can I just practice saying this with you so I am a little more comfortable with saying the words? And then going into your child and asking them first, what do you know about sex? Do you have any questions for me? That way, before you jump in with a whole lecture, they can tell you what they already know. They might be way more advanced than you thought. They might be even less advanced than you thought. That way you sort of gauge where they're going, and then you can talk to them about the actual terms you researched.
Yeah, it's interesting you talked about using the real names for things. I've heard that recommended before, even from the time they're very, very little.
Yes, and I always do recommend that, but sometimes parents are really uncomfortable with that. So at least at 7 or 8, I think it's important to use real names. And the reason for that is because you don't want, when your teenager gets into their first relationship, male or female, and they're talking to their significant other, and they can't use the real words for things, or they feel shame behind those words. This is not shame, this is our body. They should feel like that they're proud of that, and it's something that's natural. So you don't want to make sure that there's no shame involved, and usually fake names can signify that.
Yeah, and what about materials, books? I mean, is there a lot of good research material out there?
Yeah, there's some great books. I would highly recommend, there's books that are for girls and there's books that are for boys. They are written very differently. Boys have different kinds of questions than girls do, and girls have different kinds of questions than boys do. So to go to your local bookstore or go to your school counselor. I don't love pamphlets. I don't think that they're long enough, but ask her for book recommendations for a boy or a girl, and then bring it to the session that you're going to sit down and talk, and leave it with them. Because a lot of the times they'll take time afterwards and sort of look through it, as opposed to asking their friends or researching online a term they didn't know what it meant. At least they have a book now or a glossary that they can keep in their back shelf of their room, that in case something comes up later, they can research it.
Absolutely. Well, Vanessa, thank you so much for helping parents have the talk. And if you'd like more information about any of the topics discussed, you can click on any of the links you see here. You can also subscribe to Mahalo Parenting or send us an email at requests@mahalo.com. Thanks for watching.